Most people see a yard like this and they start thinking about bags. Trash bags, yard bags, maybe a long Saturday that they didn't plan for, ending with a blown out lower back and a profound hatred for oak trees. And I get it. That's how most folks are taught to deal with this. You rake it up, you haul it off, you get rid of it. But we don't need bagged leaves. And once you understand why, you stop doing it the hard way. First thing you learn, leaves don't belong where they land. Wind doesn't care about fences, sidewalks, or where the HOA says things are supposed to look clean. It just drops everything wherever it feels like. So before you solve the problem, you gotta move it. And that's what this part is. Not cleaning per se, just organizing the mess so that it can be handled properly. And now this is where most people take the long road. Now they'll rake everything into piles, bag it, load it up, and then spend hours getting rid of something that was never really a problem in the first place, treating dead leaves like they just committed a felony. But this yard right here, if you bagged it, you're looking at half a day, easy. Bags, trips, cleanup, spending $40 on paper bags that would dissolve if the humidity level went too high. Or you can just let the machine do what it was built to do. Close that chute, turn on them blades, and turn the whole yard into something useful instead of something you gotta throw away. Now this machine doesn't just collect leaves, really. It breaks them down. Pass after pass. It takes what looks like a problem and turns it into something the yard can actually use. It evaporates them. Now most folks think they're cleaning when they bag leaves, but really, they're just removing something that would have helped them later. The edges are what people notice first. Doesn't matter how clean the yard is, if the lines aren't right, something feels off. Now we can see here, this is where things starting to tighten up. Not a lot of room here, walls on both sides, nowhere to drift. You get sloppy in a space like this. You're not fixing it with a rake. Running a machine this close to someone's house, that's where experience actually matters. Because one mistake here costs a whole lot more than the leaves. Stucco don't forgive. And the ring cameras on people's doors, well, they're a little too honest. And we can see this is where a yard actually gets finished. Weed eating around a plastic mailbox without slowly whittling it away after days and months. Well, it's kind of an art form. It takes patience. It takes time. And usually, it takes longer than people expect. Kind of like doing the dishes. If the dishes could throw rocks at your shins. Now the backyard, well, this is where everything really builds up. You see, leaves don't just fall once. They layer. Day after day, week after week, and by the time you get to it, it's not just a surface problem anymore. But given enough passes, even something like this starts to give in. Not all at once, but piece by piece. Out here, you're not trying to win all at once. You just keep making progress until the yard starts working with you again. You know, this reminds me of a guy I had a few years back. Called me out for a job that looked kind of about like this. Maybe a whole lot worse, I don't know. Whole yard was covered. Leaves, sticks, a couple of low spots starting to disappear under it all. And when I pulled up, he was already out there, raking his hand, halfway through the pile that was not getting any smaller. I watched him for about a minute before I said anything. Every time he'd clear a section, wind would push half of it right back to where it came from. And he'd stop and look at me and shake his head. Then he'd go right back to it, like he was trying to win something. So I asked him, I said, how long you been at this? He goes, a couple hours. Didn't look like a couple hours had passed, if I'm being honest. And he tells me, I just want it gone. I don't want to deal with it anymore. That's usually when you know somebody's already lost the fight. So I told him, I said, you're not going to get rid of anything here. Well, he didn't like that very much. But I explained to him, I said, these leaves didn't show up overnight. And they're not supposed to leave like that either. Well, he kind of just stood there for a second, looking at the yard, then looking at the rake, like maybe the rake had lied to him. So we got to work. Ran the mower over it once, didn't look like much. Second pass, started to break down. Third pass, you could already tell the yard was changing. And then he goes, that's it? That's all you're gonna do? And I said, no, that's all it needed. And by the time we were done, yard looked clean. Nothing bagged, nothing hauled off, just gone. Or at least, that's how it looked. And I remember he said, feels like I wasted my whole morning. I told him, you didn't waste it. You just learned there's an easier way to do it.
Thought I'd help speed up the process a little bit. Thought I'd help weed eat. See what happens. See that I touch a weed eater. It's out of string. Should have stayed behind the camera.
And every now and then, something reminds you of how this really works. Doesn't matter how smooth things were going, you're taking a break now. You can plan everything right, bring the right tools, move at the right pace. Something's still gonna slow you down. Usually right when you start to thinking, you're actually good at this. But that's part of it. You fix it, you reset, you get right back to it. And just when you think you're about done, there it is, a $600 piece of German engineering defeated by gravity. Funny how things start falling apart. Right when you're about 5 minutes from getting in the truck. Always seems to work that way. And there you see it. In the end, you don't bag it. You don't haul it off. You just change what it becomes. Same yard, same leaves, just handled the right way. Anyways, let's turn it back over to Cody and have him show us how it turned out.
Alrighty guys, we are all done. Got the crepe myrtles all done up. Got the yard mowed and cleaned up. She was concerned with all the leaves. I guess the previous lawn company was just blowing all the leaves against the fence lines and against the house. Kind of leaving it a little cruddy looking. So we actually blew off all the fence lines, blew everything off the house. Got everything to the middle so we could kind of mulch it in with our mowers that have the closed chute on them. So that worked out really good, as you can tell. I don't think we did any raking on this front yard. That was all the mower. So that did a pretty good job. Alright, up to the front door here. Got this all done. We don't service the shrubs, but they don't look too bad. She might have us do them in the future. We did do the trimming on the sago palm here. That was pretty overhanging pretty well into the sidewalk here. Yeah, we got this little area all cleaned up. A lot of leaves in here. That was pretty fun. Have to get our little 36-inch stand up to get in here. But it turned out pretty good. Oh yeah, we also cut back the hibiscus a little bit there too. Here's the right side of the yard. Just a little spot of grass over here. Trimmed up crepe myrtles over here as well. Turned out pretty good. This edge was pretty overdone. So we got the edge all up good. But yeah. And, we'll head to the backyard here. Alright, on to the backyard here. Got this looking as good as it can. We also blew off the fence line here, just get all the leaves to the middle of the yard. And also off the house here so we can mulch them in real good. Here's the other back corner. Turned out pretty nice. We also blew all the leaves out of these bushes over here. Quite a few. We got the, I think these are sycamore trees. Something like that. Got those two. They drop a lot of leaves this time of year. They're finally done pretty much, so Shouldn't have to be dealing with the leaves too much more. But yeah, that's that. Another job well done, if you ask me. Thank you for tuning in to Lawnscape with CF, and we'll see you on the next one.